Hey, so I was doing some Zerg vs. Terran customs on the ladder, and I ran into Cory, and he insisted that I make this video where he would murder my family. And, you know, I like my family, so he was like, "No way, are you Halby?" And I was like, "Pretty sure, yes, way, indeed." And he was like, "Dude." And I was like, "Dude." And he was like, "I love you, man." And I was like, "Woo, forward much?" And he was like, "Ooh, cast me. And I was like, "Naked?" Like, you know, because in Titanic you have to draw someone naked. It's totally important. And he was like, "Of course, man, of course." So he took off all his clothes and he played StarCraft with me, and he told me that he likes my all-ins, which I don't know. I don't know if that's a compliment. I'll take it as one though. And he said I was a legend, the legend of Halby. Dun, dun, dun. He was like, "Dude, I would even pay you to cast me." And I was like, "Come on, man, I'm trying to read a book and play StarCraft. I can't talk at the same time. We'll talk after." And he was like, "Are you the real Halby?" And I was like, "No, I'm a Taiwanese knockoff." And he was like, "Oh, that's no good. Please, it has to be you, man. Please, man." So he's going 2 racks, just so you know, 2 racks. And this is the old school 2 racks, when you get like a strong number of Marines and you hope that your opponent is gonna defend the 2 racks by making just 6 Marines, and then he's gonna assume it's not coming because it didn't come early, and then you caught him off guard with no spines and just Marines. And he comes up here and plants the bunker, and oh, sure enough, I have spines, but they're out of range, and I've got no lings, and he gets to go, "Ha! I'll murder everything out of range of your spines." He's a little bit cautious, though, staying pretty far back. Kills the I kill the SCV, and now there's really no chance that this is going to do any damage whatsoever. But look at how many Marines he has when I have no defense except for 1 spine that doesn't cover anything but my ramp. He could go around and start knocking down the hatchery, knock down the other spine, look for drones to kill, all sorts of stuff. But this is good enough. I like the stutter step, man. Good stutter stepping. Stutter, 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 stutter. When you stutter step against slow lings, it's better to do it too slow than too fast, right? Because fuck damn it, I don't know why that upset him. He forced me to make $600 of defense, which is like exactly the best you can do with it. He could have done more, I guess, because I kind of defended stupidly, but still, it was good enough. It was an even trade, even Steven. Yeah, so anyway, like, if you stutter step against slow lings with Marines, and you go, 1, wait, 2, wait, 3, then you'll do a lot better than if you go really fast, like 1, 2, 3, because when you do too fast, you end up stopping but not shooting, and every time you stop, the lings get to hit you. But when you don't stop, the lings don't really get to hit you, because off creep, slow lings are only a tiny bit faster than Marines, so it takes them like quite a while to get that second hit in. I don't know, not really that important, but stutter step slower, dude, slower. Stutter stepping fast like that is important against things that are way faster than you, like speedlings or like stalkers, but against things that are slow and melee, like zealots and slow lings, you really want to stutter step slowly. Anyway, not that important. And he is going for this fast expansion behind 2 racks, which is the same thing that I always do. But we can see at 8 minutes he wants to have 30 workers. He has 31, so it's doing fine. But I have 46. It's like, as Zerg, I know that if you open 2 racks, you're not going to have tech very quick, which means you can't come back very quick, especially if I have spines. So I haven't made any other units, and I've just only made drones. And 51 workers, I'm going to completely cut workers now. But yeah, I have every worker I'm going to make for the entire game right now at 8 minutes and 40 seconds. And I'm 6, 10, 26 workers up? No, 16 workers up. Pretty far ahead on workers anyway, is the point. And he's only got 1 guy on this gas, so I'm getting more gas. And only 1 guy on this gas. So he's missing 4 workers on gas. It's a very big shame. Here comes the combat shields and the stim, and he got a really early gold base because greed is the name of the game in TVZ. Really like this, very fast gold, but I would have liked to see an engineering bay quick enough so that it could become a planetary because, you know, not very safe to not be a planetary. And he's going to put his double eBay over here at the gold. That's kind of clever. But these eBays are a little bit late. You can see my 1-1 is almost done. He's going to end up behind me on upgrades. I don't really like being behind Lings on upgrades because Lings are so deadly against Marines as it is. It seems like if you give the Lings a minor advantage, you just kind of lose the whole game. Anyway, this is where the game ended. Talking too much about his build and not enough about what actually happened. So you remember at 8 minutes and something seconds, I had made 51 workers, and I can't make more workers until I secure a third. And on this map, I can't secure a third until like 11 minutes because I have to knock down rocks. So that means there's no disincentive to just spam army from 8 minutes and 50 seconds up until 12 or 13 minutes. And you'll find that most Zergs follow this course. Fully saturate 2 bases and then make a ton of army and then get your third and just instantly fully saturate it. Pretty common. So if you're going to be out on the map harassing the Zerg, you want to do it before 8 minutes and 50 seconds. You don't want to do it after that. Because you walk out a little clump of Marines like this. This is some 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 Marines is like $600 of Marines. And the Zerg has Lings that can instantly teleport anywhere on the map. And this is $2,000 of Lings against $600 of Marines. So it just really should not have been out here. Completely silly. So he's just going to get surrounded and lose all that stuff. So in the beginning we had broken even on that first engagement, and after this he's down 700. So that kind of stinks. You never want to throw 600 or 700 bucks of Marines out in the middle of the field. Basically, once Zerg has Ling speed, Marines cannot be on the field at all until medevacs, because that allows them to retreat, or until 2-2 and stim and combat shields, because that allows them to trade, you know, not evenly, but trade okay against Lings. Then there's no wall-in back home, so this is like the end of the game. Hi, no wall-in, the end. You always got to have a wall-in at your natural. He did wall-in here, he didn't wall-in here, and he didn't wall-in here. Like, why wall-in your third but not your main or your natural? So that was the end of the game. Army spending was actually higher for me than him, even though at 11 minutes I only have 3,000. Like, if a Zerg is being really aggressive, he could theoretically at 12 minutes have about $8,000 of army, and I only had 3,000. So it's not like I all-inned or was even that aggressive. I was just making Lings because making drones this early would be stupid when I don't have anywhere to put them. So I was like, oh, I'll need the Lings later, might as well make them, and then bam, killed them, ended the game. So that's no good. Anyway, that's all I have to say, I guess. And he said that he'll forgive me for killing him if I cast this game, so that's why I'm casting it. I don't think this game was particularly enlightening. He's like, but it'd be cool, right? So I got lots of extra larvae, didn't really... I kind of stopped doing everything once we started having this conversation, so looking right now is silly, but... yeah. It's just really important never to go out on the field against Ling Baneling, because until I've spent money on mutas, I'm spending all of it on Lings, and Lings are so much better than even upgraded Marines if you get us around that it's just silly. Just silly, man. Need medevacs or Blue Flame Hellions or tanks. And even with tanks, even Marine tank, if they go out on the field at 11 minutes against a Zerg who can't secure his third quick enough, just gonna get surrounded and killed. Lings will beat tanks and Marines just as easily. Tanks are really good against Banelings, but only in reasonably good position and stuff. Anyway, I don't know what I'm talking about at this point. Yeah, the end. He says, I probably shouldn't have pushed past the Zelnaga tower. That was my mistake. And I'm like, no, you probably should never have left your base with 12 Marines. That's just wrong. Boom. Wait for medevacs. See ya, Cory.